Opening up the UFC 323 main card, we have Jan Blachowicz taking on Bogdan Guskov. Jan Blachowicz, 29-11 in his career. He is 1-3-1 though. In his last 5, he's coming off that close loss to Carlos Ulberg, taking on Bogdan Guskov. 18-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, riding a 4-fight win streak. This is just a battle of if you think age matters or not. That's what this fight comes down to. You are either saying Jan Blachowicz is old and he's washed.
What?
You are either saying Jan Blachowicz is old.
What?
I'm trying to say it. I'm trying.
Oh, what'd you say before? Oh, God. It depends on what? What's your script say?
This isn't in the script.
Ad-libbing if you think age matters or not?
Correct.
That's what you're ad-libbing? Oh, God.
Correct. Because everybody picking against Jan is citing his age. People picking Jan are citing his skill set. So you either think the age is a genuine factor in this matchup or you do not. And that's what a lot of this is coming down to, because skill-wise, Jan Blachowicz is the better fighter. He still has power in his hands. He can squeak in a takedown or two. He's been competing at an insanely high level for a very long time. He's the former light heavyweight world champion. And yes, he is 1-3-1 in his last 5. But the reality is those losses are quality. Lost a split decision to Alex Pereira.
3-1.
Yeah, it's backwards. He lost a split decision to Alex Pereira. A lot of people think he won. He lost a split decision to, or I don't even know if it was split. He lost to Carlos Ulberg in a fight that a lot of people think he won. And then he had a draw with Magomed Ankalaev. So he had a draw with a former world champion, a controversial split decision loss over the former and current world champion, and then he just beat the guy with the longest active win streak in the division, and the judges didn't see it that way. Jan Blachowicz is still viable at 42 years old. His leg kicks also look phenomenal in that fight, and he might use them here to slow down the very dangerous Bogdan Guskov. This guy's a heavy-handed guy. He likes to come forward. He wants to throw big. He will mix things up. His striking is fast, and he does have some very real power, but if the striking's not worked for him, he might try to work in a takedown or two. They're not spectacular, but he is pretty good at closing that distance and getting you to the ground when he needs to. On top, he does have patience.
How
he does
tall
have
is
control.
Jan? Flip it real quick. 6'2"?
6'2". Well, he's literally leaning down. Look at his shoulders.
What are you talking about? My eyes are 3 inches taller than his eyes. You want to do the
look at
eye
his
game.
Shoulders and
you
neck.
want to play the eye game with fucking Jalen Turner. Look at my eyes compared to his eyes.
He is leaning down, dude.
I'm 6'5".
Okay. Bogdan Guskov is very, very dangerous. Not the better fighter, though. So people are either looking at this and saying, this dude's 42 years old, he loses. They're looking at this and saying, this dude can't win. He's 1-3-1 in his last 5. Or they're looking at this skill for skill objectively. If you look at it skill-wise, Jan Blachowicz is the better fighter, so I have to pick Jan Blachowicz. That doesn't make him a good bet, though. He is 42 years old. Bogdan Guskov is dangerous. Now, we haven't seen Jan look chinny, so I have no reason to suspect that he'll get knocked out. But age is a factor here. I'm just not going to make it the primary factor. Jan Blachowicz is the better fighter. Therefore, Jan Blachowicz is the pick, and seems to be the odds are following that direction as well, because this was even money the first time I broke it down just a few weeks ago. What do you think? Oops, I was already on this slide. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I was like one of the first people a few years ago to kind of call out the fallacy or the whole Polish power kind of bullshit for Jan Blachowicz. I mean, in his UFC, I can't remember what it is, but he's got like 6 knockdowns in his entire UFC career. A lot of them were early on in his career. And a lot of people are going to base their picks and their bets on what they remember about the Carlos Ulberg fight. Oh, Jan's still that guy because he almost beat Ulberg. And Ulberg is way better than Bogdan. So I got to go with Jan here, even though he's old because of the Ulberg performance. I would encourage everybody to rewatch that fight. That fight, honestly, it seemed like it was close, but I watched that fight and nothing from Jan looked like old Jan. There wasn't really pressure. There wasn't really snap on the shots. He tried the calf kicks. Ulberg was just kind of doing typical Ulberg dance around the outside. And there's even a point in that fight in the second round where you could tell Ulberg realized, oh, this guy's kind of got nothing left. Because then Uberg starts moving forward, which you don't really see that from Uberg too often. Like, he was moving forward on Jan, then Jan was backing up, and then he started doing the Uberg thing, backing up again, but he was outpointing, out-touching Jan. And I watched that. I promise you, if you rewatch that fight, you're going to look at a Jan and be like, yeah, I mean, it was kind of, he was moving forward a little bit, but there was nothing in that fight that looked like he should be a fucking favorite at 42 years old. And I understand people don't love Bogdan. He lost in his debut. He hasn't really fought the competition. Definitely nobody as good as like a Jan, but the guy can hit hard. He is a good striker. He's improved the wrestling. And if a Jan comes in and thinks like, maybe I'll just go back to my wrestling and grappling, I don't think that's going to work. And if you watch that Uberg fight in the third round, Jan was kind of slowing down. I mean, it looked like he was kind of, and there wasn't a whole lot of action in that fight. It was a lot of just kind of tit-tat. There wasn't a lot of pressure on his end. There wasn't a lot of pressure in his face. And he was kind of worn down at the end of that third round of that Uberg fight. So I know Bogdan might start slowing down, but this feels to me like Jan's going to come in, try to press it forward, get touched up, and Bogdan's going to get in his face, and Bogdan's going to have either the bigger moments or Bogdan can find a knockout against Jan, in my opinion. So I got to go Bogdan here, and there was just nothing in that Uberg fight that I saw from Jan that looked like old Jan. No pressure, no big power shots, no speed. You know, if he was to crazy pressure Bogdan, but I just don't think he's that guy. He never really was that guy, but I just don't think he's that guy. So I know people love Jan. I like Jan. He's a good guy, but I got to go Jan. I got to get a Bogdan here.
Yeah, listen, I picked Jan. I don't hate your Bogdan pick because you got there using the skills. Where most people, and even in the chat right now, most people are getting there with, oh, Jan's 42. Jan's 40. But he hasn't looked 42. He's not.
He did last fight.
I don't think
if you rewatch that fight, you'd be like, yeah.
I think he was just a little tentative to engage, which is why he was leaning very heavily with the calf kicks. And I think that mostly had to do with the fact that Carlos Uberg is known as one of the better strikers in the division, professional kickboxer. And then somebody commented here, Carlos Uberg isn't that good. Carlos Uberg literally has the longest active win streak in this division. The longest win streak in the division, more than anybody. And yeah, it's not against the highest level of competition, but he's winning consistently over and over and over
Caleb.
again.
Yes, Caleb.
What was the question?
Don't worry about it. Why don't you go sit down on a toilet? Are you worried Jan can out-grapple Bogdan? I don't think he's that guy in his career anymore. The only person that's really kind of mauled is Izzy. And Bogdan, although he had those discrepancies probably early, like if this was 3 years ago, I would say yes. But Bogdan at this point, at that fucking, what's that, their fucking gym called? Him and Vitor, I mean, he's like best friends with Vitor, or it's a Vitor Walker, right? I always think it's Victor.
Walter.
Right? Walter, yeah. I knew I always get fucked up. Walter Walker, him and Walter are BFFs, and I think even Piotr Jan's been, obviously he's a little bit different size, but I think he's cleaned up the wrestling and grappling enough. It's got to be, Jan's got to stay in his face and try to wear this guy down, and I just don't think Jan's that guy anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, I get it. I don't have an issue with picking Bogdan. I picked Jan because I just think he's the better fighter. I think he has more skills. I think he's the better fighter. He's been fighting at a higher level, fighting a better level of competition. I haven't seen him look chinny yet, and that's really Bogdan's path to victory here. With all that being said, and I was very clear about this in the other two videos I broke this fight down, I'm not betting on Jan, and you shouldn't either, especially at minus 145. If Jan Blachowicz was somehow the dog, which he was for a minute or two there, then, okay, maybe an inside the distance decision, no action, or maybe a small dog bet. But I would not be betting Jan Blachowicz as a favorite here because there still are question marks.
And someone said what changed in 3 years? He was still old 3 years ago. It has more to do with Bogdan, you fucking retard.
No, I mean, I
improved. You stupid fuck.
Well, the funny part is actually, he didn't say that to you. He asked somebody in the chat that.
I know. His point stands. He's fucking stupid.
Oh.
Stupid ass. Stupid fuck. You stupid. Yo,
what's funny about that is I was praising you with you got to your pick using the skills and not the age. And most people are going to lean on the age.
Yeah, you don't care about age, apparently. You said it's,
I said
you said it's up to the person to determine if age should matter.
I said this pick likely comes down to how much you factor age in.
Your quote was, sometimes age may not matter.
Not sometimes age may not matter. Said, do you think age matters?
Age is very important.
Yeah, because you're cruising by the high school to grab girls. So yes, in that scenario, it is unbelievably important.
I can't believe they did away with recess.
They get away with it?
No, they did away with it. It used to be a lot easier.
They don't let them outside anymore. Yeah. I wonder why. Yeah. Indoor recesses.
Dude, I mean, it had to been easy back in the day. Holy shit. There's just kids all. I mean, we talked about it, but like when I grew up in the 90s, I was just fucking, my parents didn't give a fuck. You just went around with whatever. Oh, you can give me a ride home? Okay.
Dude, Jacob
we had no idea.
Every time he tells stories of his childhood, there's just like new little pieces unlocked. He will eventually get to the story where he went to the old
everything
neighbors.
will unlock.
Yeah. He had old neighbors that didn't have their own children, yet all the neighborhood children would go into their basement and watch like Titanic.
We watched
ridiculous.
Titanic and they had Furbies.
Think about
They had
that.
the Furbies waiting at the bottom of the stairs, almost like lure us in. Like, look at the Furbies. And we're like, oh, fuck, yeah, look at those Furbies. You guys want to watch Titanic? Oh, titties? Hell yeah, throw on Titanic.
One day I'm going to make a random comment and it's just going to like unlock something and you're going to fucking cry. You're going to look like you're going to lose it on stream because you're going to be like, oh my God, the basement. Just all the visuals popping up. No, that's my
If anything, I think it made me a better person. I'm a great person.
I mean, you turned out good. Just keep what's suppressed.